One of my black belt instructors has 4 daughters, and his eldest daughter is 18. She was at a high school party and she was talking with the football players, and the largest football player was kind of teasing her and giving her a hard time, and she just looked at him and said, you know, I could take you down right now.
Now she a black belt?
No, she's a white belt. Yeah, no, she's only been training with her dad around the house.
A month or 2 or something.
Yeah, not too long. And the guy was, he was looking at her, laughing. This kid is, he's over 250 pounds, and he's a football player. And she said, no, go ahead and just take a swing at me. And he was like, yeah, right. And she goes, yeah, no, go ahead. And obviously he didn't go at her as hard as he could, but he did. And she put him right on the ground and pinned him. And so that started a school right then and there. All of the high school kids that were there and witnessed it came to her dad, who's one of my students and instructors, and just said, you know, hey, could you please teach us this art? I mean,
because your daughter took us down, and yeah, that's not right.
So Rich, you know, I think it's really important that those watching understand who you are, and the fact that you've been training in martial arts for 40 years, held multiple titles internationally, trained in Japan with all the grandmasters for 13 years, and explain to me what you saw the day that you first saw our system.
Yeah, that's interesting, Mark. You've been kind of bugging me. You heard about me, I guess, and you were calling me, and I thought, who is this guy? And one of my friends, students, was saying, he says he can show you something new, and I got to tell you, I said, I don't think so. But I'm open, and we talked a few times. I thought, wow, this guy's really sounds serious. So you showed up at the dojo, we invited you, and you did a very quick demonstration. Oh, let me say you did a long demonstration, but very quickly, in about 2 minutes maybe a minute, I can't remember, when I saw you get behind Johnny's back, one of your black belts, in about half a second maybe, I actually couldn't see it. So I said, do it again. And you just did different variations, and you did it every time. And I thought, if someone who's smaller like you can get behind my back in 1 second or less, that's a problem.
Yeah.
So I decided I better add this to my art, and all my students now, it's kind of like we're required.
So what we did, Rich, is we created this methodology, which it's unprecedented. I've been in martial arts my entire life,
yeah.
And it's always been the same routine where you have to train years and years and years and years and years and years and years to become proficient.
Mm-hmm.
But in this art, you could become proficient in 1 day a week, maybe 1 hour a week, 2 hours a week max.
And how do they get a hold of, how do they find out about this? Because you're not advertised anywhere.
Right, yeah. I mean, I didn't want to have a commercial martial arts
yeah.
schools. Yeah, you know, I wanted it to be completely genuine. So anyone who's watching this video obviously is going to watch the demo video afterward, and they're going to see, you know,
yeah.
exactly what it is.
And when they watch that, Mark, I want, you know, because we filmed it, you have to understand, you'll see the guy get clocked in the beginning because he wasn't doing this right. And so this kind of we had to slow things down a little bit so nobody get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it's filmed in slow motion so people
yeah.
can see what it is.
Yeah.
But once you understand after listening to this interview, you'll see that people get behind their opponent and put them down every single time.
Yeah. So how would they find out? And are you open to the public, or is it special invite only? Or
yeah, no, this is not open to the public. This is not, we're not trying to create...
You're not going to put a sign out there?
No, they're not going to just make a bunch of
yeah.
commercial dojos
yeah.
and make, you know, a bunch of martial artists walking
yeah.
around. That's really not the call to action. That's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to share this with people that are good people,
Mm-hmm.
that don't have, you know, the intent to harm other people, and I want to give this advantage to those who need it.
Law enforcement,
Parole officers, prison guards, these types of people.
Men and women who want to just defend themselves or their family.
Yeah, good people.
Good people.
So we've never run a commercial school. I never have run a commercial school ever. Mm-hmm. It's always been by invitation only, okay. Handpicked every single person I've ever worked with. Mm-hmm. But one of the things I wanted to say is that people can study this in a matter of weeks and become safer than they've ever been. Not. I'm trying to say that with our program, you don't have to become a black belt. You don't have to train with the intention of being a black belt martial artist. Mm-hmm. In a matter of weeks, we can show you how to be safer than you've ever been. How to get behind someone that's being aggressive in 1 second. Like, who doesn't want to learn that?
Yeah.
Particularly if you're in an environment such as prison guards or parole officers, or bounty hunters and all these types of professions where people are going to act out. You know that going into it. Where would you rather be, in front of that person or behind him?
Behind them, every time.
Every single time.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're here to teach people how to do.
Beautiful.